Good afternoon. I'm just gonna wait a second. It has been a while since I played this guy. Turnabout Samurai, that's what we were on. So it's been over a month since I played this, according to the save file, which is the 26th of the 7th, and we're already on the 3rd of the 9th. So yeah, it's been over a month. We are halfway, I think-ish, through this case. We're on the day 3 of the trial, or at the start of the trial. And unlike the first case, or the second case, I have no clue what the actual answer is. I guess some of it, but not all of it. Also, I have completely forgotten what the story was. So, a recap of the story from what I remember now. This dude got killed while in his, suit for the role he was playing, which was the bad guy in a kids' TV show. And he got killed by somebody wearing the uniform for the good guy. So the actor who plays the good guy was blamed for it, but is adamant he didn't do it. And then we had what was her name again? A older lady at the gate who did not like, and who was saying that she wasn't there even though she was there eating steak. There was something about steaks as well. I don't remember the steak story. You know what? We're just gonna go in and hope for the best. I think that's gotta be the safest option. October 19th, 9:42 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Oh yeah, that was the actor. He was Will Powers, because he has willpower. That was it. Mr. Wright? Yeah, yes. Why do you look so unhappy? I don't remember why I look unhappy. It's been a while. Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. I don't believe you, Phoenix. Oh yeah, and she was a combination of Mia and the sister, and she's not in sister mode. Right, Mia. Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. God. Oh yeah, the sister is dead, that's why. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked. We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that or lose the trial. Promising. This isn't going to be easy. No. Courtroom number 4. I feel like we've now seen all the courtrooms, or at least not. We started in 2 and then we went to 1, and now we're in 4. They do all look the same, so I don't get the point of the numbers. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Hi! Welcome. I was just saying, it's been over a month since I played this, and I do not remember what happened, so I'm basically going in as blind as I did the first time I played this game. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it'll be the producer. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand. Or that director. How are you doing, Doodle? Will the witness state his name and profession? Oh yeah, him. I didn't like him. How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Ruffle? I never know how to say that. Salmonella. I'm a director, television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking this testimony apart. Is that a I'm okay? Or could be better. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. This should be fun. Good. That's what I'm here for. Hopefully to make it entertaining. I mean, this game is entertaining on its own. I just have to read. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure. No. Witness testimony the day of the murder. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. This is the issue. I've not played this in a month. So I do not remember anything that happened, or the timings especially. I'm gonna have a quick look. We have the attorney's badge, the autopsy report, the photo, which is photo number 2, a murder weapon, the brake has been mended with duct tape. Oh yeah, somebody had sleeping pills, which probably made Mr. Powers sleep, which is why he slept through everything. This blocked the path to the scene of the crime between 2 and 4. I thought it blocked the path to the trailer, not the scene of the crime. Path to Glory contains photos of every victory scene and every battle the Steel Samurai has won. You'll help, thank you. That's what you're here for, moral support. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run through. Oh yeah, I remember that. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else had ate lunch in the employee area. That's where the guard lady was, even though she said she came in after lunch. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. Fair enough. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. Okay, I'm just gonna press on everything, because I don't think I have, like, active proof. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Just gonna press everything. I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. Is that when you always come into work? Oh no, I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. Still, I was pretty busy all that day. How does he talk a smiley face? Like a frowny face? Also, what's the FWFWIW stand for? Phew? I don't know. Tell us more about that. During the morning, I was doing an action scene run-through. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fighting scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrate. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. Lol. She was cheering on the hammer, if you can believe it. Oh yeah, she is a big fan of the bad guy actor. She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else? Nope, just us 4. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you've already heard about this. Yeah. Yeah, you can. He's weird. He freaks me out. I'm back and I'm still freaked out by him. Pretty sure you've already heard. Also, how does he say you with the zeros? Like... But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Oh right, thus the limp. Which of course led me to missing my lunch. ROFS? ROFS? Rolling on the floor, starving? Thank you, Phoenix, for also not getting it. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up. Oh yeah, that face, that should make me... For what it's worth, thank you. I was so confused. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. So in the end, you didn't get to eat. Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix? Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory, because he knows what they had. Yeah. Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manila. Mm-hmm. What do you want? When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. But I did eat after all. God. A T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer, thinking I could eat it later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I'd suspected as much. So when exactly did you eat it? We took 1 break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. Drool. God. A mental image I will carry with me to my grave. I mean, the whole drawing of him with his tongue out, I will carry with me to the grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. We were in the meeting until around 4. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. You didn't take a single break? Well... Yeah, not a one. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. Press harder, steak. Break. Wait a second. Mr. Manila, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate that T-bone steak during a break? Oops. Rolling on floor laughing? What? Well. Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Oh, I forgot to unmute my mic, it seems. Yes, I'm still here, I'm sorry. I thought I unmuted it. Anyway, I was just saying that seems to be talking like he's texting, and I feel like he's saying like ROFL. You can't hear me. Can you hear me now? It should have fixed. Hello? I'm gonna wait a sec. See if sound comes back. Can you tell me if you can hear me now? Otherwise I'm gonna have to find a fix. You can now. Good. Okay. I muted it for a sec because I had to cough, and then I unmuted it, apparently not correctly. Yeah, I was just saying that he keeps using ROFL. It's the delay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I would not have realized it if you hadn't told me, so then we would have gone on for even longer without sound. So yeah, I'm now out of it. What I was saying is that I feel like he's using ROFL, like rolling on the floor laughing, in my opinion, weirdly, and just the sheer amount of lols he's using. That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steams. Steams? What? Dude. I don't think it would even be enough of a time for that, but that's just me. Not if you savor the steak. Farewell, you may begin the cross-examination. Can I cross-examine it on the fact that I don't think his math is correct? Yeah, for what it's worth, he took a break. Yeah, here, he's using, like, ROFL. Like, he's rolling on the floor laughing. Or is it... It's weird. But it was only 15 minutes. 15, that's only 13 in base 12. Steaming is a well-known emotion, exactly. Also, why are you laughing about committing murder? Seriously. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on that table. Oh, right. The other one was Diva's. Sorry, Diva's Hues's plate. Diva's Vasquez. I remember that I was not good at pronouncing this name. The producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 50 minutes, that's quite a feat. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1. Why is that? That's only just enough time to eat a T-bone steak if you ask me. Oh, I pressed... I have to say, you look like a guy who gets through his meals pretty fast. Well, I was facing a cold, slightly chewy T-bone steak. Even I have to take my time eating that kind of food. I don't know if they're agreeing on if 15 is too little or too much time to eat steak. Well, Phoenix, that testimony was too short to bring any kind of useful information out of. All you have to do is prove that he was able to go to Studio 1 in that time. Oh, great. Is that all? What can I present him with? I feel like I should be able to press him with something. Just gonna... What time exactly did you take this break? There we go. I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So you could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. I guess it's possible time-wise. But it was only 50 minutes. That's only 13 in base 12. What were you doing? Oh yeah, I asked this one already. T-bone steak, 2 plates, Diva. Why is that? Objection! There we go. I pressed on that one earlier. Have we had enough of this point in line of questioning? Your Honor. The testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1. Well, Mr. Wright. Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. Do you claim someone from the trailer went to Studio One? So, the issue here is that yes, they probably could have, but at the same time we have the monkey head, and the monkey head went down at 2:15, as well as the picture of somebody at 2 o'clock. So it's like, yes, the murder could have happened if they'd left at 2:30 and quickly ran over, did the murder, and went back. But isn't the monkey's head in the way already at this point? I'm confused. Like I wanna... No, it's impossible, right? Or no, the monkey head isn't in the way. What are you saying no to? There's a delay to this. I didn't... Like... I said a lot of things you could be saying no to. Like... I'm trying to think. If it's not the security lady, say no. Okay, thank you. I don't want to write... Yeah, like, they're gonna bring up the monkey head otherwise. I don't want to write off so many possible subjects, but I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was impossible for anyone in the trailer to go to the studio in that time. Ha! It's okay. I thought you might be thoughtlessly treading on thin ice again. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. There we go. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. Oh, dramatic. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio mascot's head. Ergo, when the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him. I believe we have seen enough evidence. I would like to relieve Mr. Minella from the stand. What? It's over? Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They, therefore, have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have had to find Mr. Power guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Oh, are they bringing on the little boy? Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order! I will have order. Oh yeah, the witness, that's the little boy, and the little boy proved that the murder happened outside, not actually in the studio, right? I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. At this point, I'm wondering if it's gonna be the assistant? I feel like she's the only one that's not been like like in any of this. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi... I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia! Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before, not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Well, I mean, they do. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai hero to children everywhere, after all. You, thanks, sniff. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. October 19th, 11:15 AM, District Court, courtroom number 4, and we're back. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Ah, that's adorable. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Hello, Cody. Long time no see. Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just because you're all grown up don't mean you push me around. Edgeworth is not happy with his own witness. Cody. Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with his gentle thing. Maybe. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps will be with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen. Oh god, a very long day. Incidentally, photographing equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. I said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. A new digital camera. Cody always carries it, though he's still learning how to use it. Wait a minute. Very well, Cody. He did not, because then he couldn't have taken a good picture. Because he took the picture of the murder happening, which was a decent enough picture. So he could not have had the new camera at that point, because with the new camera he would not have been able to take a good picture. Does that make sense? Probably not. Please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kinda lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. It totally rocked. Right before my eyes, out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Wait, I'm so confused on the... Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Contains photos of every victory battle and every battle the Steel Samurai won. That means he's been... That came from him, right? So he has been there before. But be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do. I've taped every show, and I got to all the live performances. That's impressive. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh. My dad always takes me. Poor dad. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I'm just gonna press him on everything. I don't know if that's a bad thing with a kid. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on a rehearsal day. And that security lady's always yelling. Right, please continue. Chill, Pops, I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. Off the path? Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was. I see. Anyhow, I was going for the studio. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio? Unusual? Did you see this monkey by any chance? Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted. So you went straight to the studio? I got kinda lost on the way though for about 30 minutes. You got lost in the woods? Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next? When I came out by the studio, there was a steel samurai. The steel samurai? Yeah, he was standing by the studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside. I see. What then? It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. What sort of bad guy was it? A guy, a person, kinda tall, skinny. Are you sure it was a guy? I don't know, he was kinda far away. He's being awfully vague. Of course the steel samurai took him down. Pow! What happened to the bad guy? Huh? Well, he kinda didn't move, not a bit, like he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor. Yes, I suppose he was. If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. If you had your camera, you mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time. Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use a gentle word, but be firm. Easier for you to say. I'm gonna have to present him with the pictures, aren't I? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Huh? It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Oh God. I thought... Do I have to tell him? Is it because he's like... That didn't go so well. Do I present him with his own text about the camera? Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. Huh? Oh, that's a new face. Buddy. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh, was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? How old is this game? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Oh, no. Objection! Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I mean, on the one hand, yes, poor child. On the other hand, he is lying and we need the truth out of him. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody. What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that? I've got a problem with the fact you lied about it. Oh, I like that he's on the box on that sprite. So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. What he saw. Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules! Ah, is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. But I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham. I want to know what he saw him go to the bad guy with. So the bad guy attacked him first. Yeah. What sort of person was this bad guy? I told you, a person. He was a person. How was he dressed? I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching the Steel Samurai. I see, and what happened next? Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving? Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice. And how exactly did he do that? How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that. He's still being vague about this. What? Don't give me that look, Pops. How should I play this? So, we want him to say if it happened with the spear, didn't we? Don't we? I feel like waiting and seeing what happened is not... I feel like but he's a kid, and all I can talk about is don't press him too hard. I hate these the most, because I'm like, both seem reasonable options. Both could be good. Like, we want him to talk about the samurai spear. Yeah, I need to press, right? Because he's not giving up. Waiting is never going to be the option, is it? Because waiting means that they could be talking about something else. Cody. What? Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action. Yeah, so what? Yet you missed the most important part. Objection! What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated that he saw quite clear. Objection! You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part, the killing blow. Order! Order! Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Phoenix! I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? He couldn't watch it. He was watching something else. Show evidence. I'm confused, because the whole point is this scrapbook. That was his scrapbook, wasn't it? So I'm confused as to why we have it. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Take that! Take that. Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? This doesn't prove anything. Lost your nerve. Farewell to ask you. Have you ascertained the young boy's a great fan? Why wouldn't you watch the climax of the fight? What does Cody always do? It's been a while, and I also remember being incredibly confused by Cody. He couldn't watch it? Because he couldn't watch it? No. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. He was watching the Steel Samurai fight like on TV. Yeah, he takes pictures of the killing blow. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. Oh! He was having a fight with his camera. He was watching the camera. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Sorry, when I get too much into this, I stop reading this. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? He was looking at the camera. Yes. Show evidence, stand the camera. That's why I gave him the book, because I assumed that was the evidence he needed. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received his camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. Yeah, show the camera, not the book. That's why I'm like, I thought the book was the proof of the fact... I don't like that I have the book, because both times I've used the book where I should have been using the camera for basically the same, like, logic of the proof that he has a camera, and to me the book is the... Anyway, yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with his operation. I'm aware of that too. Ah, correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture. Hey! Bullseye. What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right. Cody, there was only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right, Mia means business. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. No photo? Oh, there's gonna be a reason. Oh, there's gonna be a reason. Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep. Okay. Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I am not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Time to press everything. I'm just gonna press everything. Pops? Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky-haired geezer. Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth, and I guess I'm the beard man. That's what I hate about grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious. Okay, off with the kid's gloves. Testify, witness, testify. Yipes. The Steel Samurai had just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So you did see the beginning of the fight. Yeah. Did you not notice anything unusual? I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange. Moving strangely. So I held up my camera to take a picture. Why couldn't you take a picture? My new camera has too many buttons, I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture, I really tried. But the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. When the lens opened, what did you see? Well, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all that happened. Yep. That's all? Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture. I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture and not even one? Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's got to be something here I can use. Cody, listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture. Hey! Bullseye. How did you know? I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers. Whoa! This feels great. Yeah, I took a picture. Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody? I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah! Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai, victorious? Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that? He's becoming less and less cooperative. I better find a clear contradiction soon or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes in such a short testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. It takes... Yeah, now I need the book, yeah. Cody. What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad. I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day. Huh? Oh, right. What was it you told me then? I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Cody? Did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? Ah, Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in his album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No, wait, no way! Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Oh god. Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? The Steel Samurai didn't win. The Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? That's why he's also being vague about it. Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai. No way, no! It's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever! Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit that he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Can't handle the truth. Order! I will have order! Witness, I mean, Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. No! I like Cody. He's not useful, or as in, like, he's not very cooperative, but I like him. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right? Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. Then he didn't move. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? Steel Samurai was the victim. If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. You're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait! Hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio 1 already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Miss Oldback said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 PM. Not true. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio 1, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room, then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. Huh? I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Oh god. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now. Aw, poor Cody. Here, this is it. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. They're front of Studio 2, though, not Studio 1. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. What? Your Honor. May I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring decisive inconsistency with the facts as we know them in that photo. Find the inconsistency in the photo. I see A2. Take that! Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor. Correct. Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But, that's impossible. What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. I like this judge. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here is the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Right about here? It was here. What does that have to do with the number on the gate in the photograph? Well, sorry, Your Honor, I guess I hadn't thought it that far through yet. Sorry, I need to press. It's in here. Here, at the Studio 2. I was just outside Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. Yeah, the trailer is there. As you may recall, there is a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. The picture was at 2 o'clock. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, in actuality, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard Ms. Oldback saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammers. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness! Jack Hammer is the victim! The victim! Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammers, stole the costume. Sleeping pills. I have proof. You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Now that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammers stole the costume. I think this is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? I'm on it! I got there! I got there! It took a bit of getting into, but I got there. Also, the book threw me off. The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes? But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood, because they need to prove that he did it. An idea, continue. Run a test of Powers' blood. You should find traces of the sleeping pills. This much time after the day of the murder, even if there were traces, it still proves nothing. No blood test could tell that Mr. Hammer was the one who drugged him, Mr. Wright. He's right, darn. That didn't work. Time to try another Nick. Yeah, fingerprint the bottle down. An idea? Very well, let's hear it. I lost it! I lost it! If my claim is true, Mr. Hammers's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well. The court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. It's like the difference between proving that Powers was drugged and proving that Hammers did it. I was confused which one we were trying to prove. Because proving that Powers is drugged is the blood test, but proving that Hammers did it is the fingerprints. And I feel like both need to be proven in the end. But they are right. Blood test probably would not be useful anymore at this point. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceeding on the current trial for today. Cody Hackins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Miss Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1 but Studio 2, and those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. They did have time to commit murder, just casually. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth? You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Okay, we need to find all the information now. Very well, court is adjourned. October 19th, 2:47 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. It's 2:45, and tomorrow we need to have the answers to this. It's gonna be a long evening. Whew! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during that trial. Yeah, the thing of it was that the fact that the little boy got lost in the woods proves the fact, like, it's also like hinting at that it might not have been Studio 1 because he does not know where he is. He does not remember where he is. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha, maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Casually. Ho ho, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to take your final investigation. But I promise you we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right? Thanks. To be continued. Yes, let's save that progress. I did not do the best, but... (3:27 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry Really? Sorry. Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya! So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now, all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system that introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Okay. We're gonna have to move. I don't think here is where stuff is... Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Whoa, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer. She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and? And what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai ID to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call though. I can't imagine him jumping. Is there something there between the producer and the director? I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. Okay, who is dating who? 5 years ago. Or who has got something on who. Either works. Mozart's visiting room, frozen in awe of Will Powers. Smile for the camera. I think we've got everything out of him. Let's go to the studio. Yeah, thank you. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. You don't think there's any dating? Okay, then who's got something on who? There must be some blackmail then. Somebody's got something on somebody. Whew, she's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs. Love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal, he's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you dragged his star down from the sky and stomped on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low, it's impossible. Could it be because he wants to sneak by you? He does not want you to know that he went somewhere. An overhead map of the structure, find from there. Yeah. Main entrance, police patrol, studio van, carry around equipment. Every time I'm like, there must be something new. Computer runs security cameras. Huh? It looks like it's been turned off for the day. The security guard station. It's all back much like junk food. There's amounts of it on a desk here. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. think I've got everything here. Yeah, we're gonna go. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume, then he left from here to go to the studio too? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. I'm bushed. Maybe I'll sit down here for a bit. This is exactly why I don't want to get old, ever. Hey, I'm still young. I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young. I know I looked up how old he is last time. Or at some point. It says, welcome. They let people in here when they're not filming, right? Nick, let's come here one day. What do you say? Sure, if Miss Oldbeck lets us in. The mascot of Global Studios. Apparently its name is Mr. Monkey. And it lost its head. Camera. Curious camera takes pictures. Does seem to switch on today. Enter Studio 1. We can't go there because we don't have the card key. Okay. Good to know. Hello? Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? H-E-L-L-O. H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. What? That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Huh? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it? Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. Ooh, wrong way. Light van for moving staff and equipment. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it runs fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? The incinerator, apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. Oh, what did they burn? There's a big 2 painted. So this is number 2 in Cody's photograph. And to think if he hadn't brought that photograph in. Don't get all teary-eyed yet. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too? Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. I'm confused, because in the other place, when I came to the T-bone steaks, didn't have the bones left over. Or am I just making that up now? There's some flowers here. Whoa, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. On closer inspection, this trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Okay, that is the point. There are no bones. The trailer door, it's unlocked. Can we go in? We can. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on the high from getting that race card she needed. I want to talk to the assistant again. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spent that much money on those sets. An old movie poster, The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. What the hell do samurais sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing Samurai stars, what's that, Ninja Ballet? Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Whoa, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories. But it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. How is a typical summer... Why did it need a but it was great? Why can't it just be it was great? An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. I would like to look at the crumpled documents. You never know what's in there. Maybe they were not... They were losing money on the samurai. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. Okay, so somebody could be set inside and not see what happened. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. I mean, it is. Bit by bit. Nothing more I can talk to you about? No. Okay. Then we're just gonna go... and to the employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I mean, the main guy is in a holding cell and the main bad guy is dead, so maybe not. I did want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found a bowl of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! Hello? No, 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 no touching. Long time no see, Gumshoe. Eek! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. Haha, I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plates on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. So you're looking for traces of sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills. See, if there's traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food in this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Is he gonna turn up on tomorrow's trial with his hand in a bandage? Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. Ooh. So I was right. Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like the castle. Probably Neo-Uli Tokyo Castle. The grate's still lying here. Ah, they've seen wisdom at last. They know if they fixed it, I'd just kick it off again. That or assistant. It looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Oh yeah, that's how the conversation started last time about the difference between cycling for exercise and cycling to get places. I feel like that bike is either a very good, like, just taking up time, or there's gonna be something about it, but it's not adding to the court record, so I'm assuming there's not gonna be anything about it. The remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh? It's so normal. The window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted so I can't see inside. Yeah, and that's why nobody saw the dude take Will Powers' suit. There's a sign on the dressing room door. Will Powers, it must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. The door to the dressing room, it's not locked. Have we checked everything? Yes, we have, I think. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? I feel like we're gonna have... It's just a running gag, okay. I feel like we're gonna have Penny on the stage as well, like in the trial. I don't know why, but I feel like because she's been there since the beginning, like she was one of the first people we met on this set, so I feel like we need to talk, like she needs to be on trial. Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2? Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, the producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. There we go. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? What did you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, they can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbreaking for sure. Nick, say something! Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. Good afternoon. Welcome, Constance. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know? Thanks, we'll try asking her. That's gonna go well. If she'll talk. There are some regular suits and among costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. These are a box of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. It's completely empty. I can feel Maya's eyes burning into the back of my neck. Yeah, you have joined at a good point. All the dirt is being uncovered. There's an array of cosmetics here. This is the wig used in Samurai Boogie Wiggy. Whoa, you remembered, Nick. Thanks to you. It's Paris' bag. I put all of WP's personal belongings in there. He'll be able to come pick them up, right? I'm sure he'll come, yes. No, we're finding out that people are blackmailing. We're not planning on blackmailing ourselves. We are attorneys, you know? Maybe no illegal things. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Oh, sorry, I haven't cleaned up there yet. It's locked. I guess he doesn't open his windows much. It is kind of dusty outside. I'm sorry. We're trying to figure out who was blackmailing who. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I always check my hairdo when I look in the mirror. Not quite as spiky as usual, I see. Sweet cat. Let's go talk to Miss Oldbag. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag does not look so good. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh god. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh god, is she called Pennies and Nichols? Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Well, whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone passed like that. And the reason departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume, huh? Do I have proof? I have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldback, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so this is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Ha! I bet Powers put that in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Except I have proof that Mr. Hammers put the pill in. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammers' fingerprints were found on the bottle. I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anybody. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. Huh? A photograph? Oh. Wait a second. This is the picture? Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. Ouch. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to talk to Miss Vasquez. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. The air? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Okay. We're really getting down to it. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is invaluable evidence. Oh my god, hello Mafia. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Oh god. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that, where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Oh my god. I was not expecting the Mafia. Hold it right there. Gumshoe! Our Lord and our Savior. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, she's gonna go on the stand, isn't she? Thank you, Gumshoe. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Aww. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. How did he know where we were in Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just, I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Ah. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Five v 3, I think the Mafia would still win. Agreed, agreed. But I mean, one of ours was a massive policeman. I feel like if he disappeared, people would be a bit more like wondering what happened. Final day of trial. God. Now to watch me panic as I try to survive the trial. 10 a.m. Let's do this. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Also, I feel like Gumshoe would imply more policemen. They just could be bothered to get more policemen drawn, I think. Maybe, I don't know. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Farewell, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with the new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Also, I skipped a bit there. Oopsies. Who is he calling? You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio Tube trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? Dee Vasquez. I'm producer for Global Studios. Oh, I can't wait till we get her, like, breaking down. That's gonna be awesome. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everybody here knows, yes. I just like needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Your own witness, honey. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp, it ended at 4. There was to be rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, you say. So, you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court records. Manila used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Ooh. Did they use the van, or did the murderer use the van to move the body? I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Time to press everything! By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terrors? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. I've got the hang of the game. Press everything. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Okay. Okay. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think. Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal... Just checking. Yeah, I did press that one. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you. What does that mean? It means that what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Oh god. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence to prove she didn't eat that steak... Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Do I have the plate? Can I press her with this? It's because basically they didn't eat T-bone steak. They ate something else that was quicker. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside a trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Ooh, I like that face. Miss Vasquez. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate a boneless steak, because they didn't eat. Elementary, you were eating a boneless steak. Mr. Wright, say you are right. What would that prove? Oh, no. She said bone, correct. I was testing you. Yeah, sure, Nick. Sorry, can I try that one more time? I think I know how. She didn't eat the steak. Sal ate both. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Oh, also a possibility. Like that incinerator. I like her face of going, shit. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him play what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. God. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yeah, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? What? It's like I'm not entirely convinced it's her. Myself. I have no clue who it is, to be honest. Like, what was the purpose of killing Hammer? What was the purpose? Why, I'm now back at why did Hammer need to be killed? I think I don't know is definitely the wrong answer. That's not how this works. The other death. Oh! Oh! The spear was not the murder weapon. No, she couldn't, but you could. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Thank you for that tip. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. Yeah, but the victim was not murdered there. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon.
Take that!
Wrong, Mr. Wright, but I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know that what you're doing to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too. Pick the wrong evidence, enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Is this because it was, like, broken? I'm just gonna present that. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Yeah, thank you. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell me what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Hammer? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Do we now use the old picture? Yeah. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found in Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The van. The break in the meeting in the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside this costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Yeah. Interesting, let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Objection!
Hold on, Mr. Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? I'm gonna say yes, just based on the fact that they're both missing steak bones. Of course Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in a van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Mesves could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? Oh, I'm not expecting this to... What just happened? So what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? I lost, something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you! You killed Jack Hammer. I'm so confused what just happened. Who can say... What? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right? But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Mr. Edgeworth also has no idea. Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? Ooh. Does she need to... I'm gonna ask her to testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. Damn! To come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Objection!
Oh, Edgeworth is joining. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see very well. Oh, poor Edgeworth. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Are we now basically ganging up on her? Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, fairly, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. Ooh. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick? Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth? After finding the body. Thank you, Edgeworth. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. I don't know which part of this is the issue, but I'm just going to press it all again. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. I was with Sol and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other MPs when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Mr. Hammer in a costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. But boy. The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Sigh. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. I mean, you obviously seem to think very logically, because your first thought was to get your stuff. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey Nick? Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady old bag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it!" Old bag, the security lady? Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seemed to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seemed that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. Interesting. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Covering it up for you. Those must have been a lot of writing. There must have been a lot writing on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to the Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. You didn't know that yet when you left. Hello, welcome. So you left your script in the thing, but you didn't know the murder had happened at that point, so you should have had it with you. Who could think of rehearsing after that? So you already knew the rehearsal was not gonna happen. I agree with you on that. I love her character art as well. Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Objection!
Objection! Your Honor. Yes, Edgeworth, come on. I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio 1. Well, I just said, in bad words. Yes. Edgeworth, let's go. Yes. Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director? You have to find something to practice on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. That's a lot of pressure. That was without. I just pressed that one. The assistant was there too. Only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? Oh, this is the one. I already pressed this one. She said that Hammers was injured, but Bowers was injured. You're right, maybe, I think. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal recommended me. Okay, I have to press again. I'm gonna have a quick look. Yeah, it wasn't Hammer that was injured. It was Powers that was injured. And Hammer was pretending to be injured because he was pretending to be Powers. Somehow the name Hammer and Powers is very confusing to me today. I'm just having a look through what I haven't used yet. But I think I've used everything, so we're just gonna have to keep pressing. What time was that? Needed 5, say it was 10. When exactly did Mr. Manella? When exactly did Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before? I wasn't stuffing anybody's... Other employees, they weren't there yet. Okay. Wait, do I need to press... Okay, I have to present something. The autopsy report is not... No... Oh! I'm gonna have to press the show the picture, right? I think. I think I'm gonna have to present the picture. You knew that Hammer was injured? Found it. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammers. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it. It was Saul who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah, and when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order. I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yeah, that's the bit that I'm still confused on as well. Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death, nothing. Yes, she would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she has a motive? Of course I can prove it. Don't know you with what yet? Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. I'm gonna say that the motive is whatever happened 5 years ago. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to present day and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Miss D. Vasquez, not the other way round. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. That was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. I'm gonna say she had no motive, it was self-defense. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Ooh. Yes! I love it. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel? Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! God, I'm not screaming. Please don't die. Please. Oh, please tell me that she had like... Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where is D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. that he should be found, so it's only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. I love the confetti bit. That is all. This court is adjourned. Confetti time, yes. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Faquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Do I have evidence for this? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids show and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai. And so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Huh? Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth? Hello, Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. You wouldn't say. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Faquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. Grumpy. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am settled with unnecessary feelings. Oh, Edgeworth. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Never mind the awe. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, Wright? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. I don't think he has a choice. That's what I came here to tell you. You are the prosecutor and we are defense attorneys. I think we don't have a choice. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? Feelings, yes. What, friends? As if. They're rifles, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Oh, God. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Oh, you are, Maya. It's fine. Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Yeah, I would like to know. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Is he playing the Pink Princess? A brand new episode has been added. Which is called... Oh, I can't read it now. Turnabout Goodbyes. Okay, so this is probably where I'm gonna end the stream. I also know that as soon as I press like save, it will start playing the intro video to the next episode. So what I'm gonna do is that we're gonna watch the intro video. I'm then gonna end the stream, and it's like a little teaser for next time. So yeah, we're gonna watch the video. Just enjoy it. It's been what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. What? What the fuck? And on that note, we're gonna end the stream. I don't know yet when I'll be streaming this game again. On Monday, I'll be back with my normal, regularly scheduled streaming. I stream every Monday and Wednesday at 6 o'clock Central European Time. And Ace Attorney I play whenever I have time, because they take a bit longer than my normal streams. Edgeworth, no! Yes, exactly! And after this cliffhanger, I already know that it's not going to be next weekend that I'm streaming. So I don't know yet when I'll be streaming this game again. So keep an eye on my Twitch channel and see you later. Thank you for watching. I'm a bit shocked from that cliffhanger, not gonna lie. Definitely gonna come back to this, hopefully as soon as possible. So thank you for watching and see you later. Bye bye!